welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing swatches and a look using the new Star Wars, or new-ish, Star Wars collaboration palette from Colourpop. You know, since this palette launched, they have launched, I think, at least 3 or 4 more new launches. They launch like at least one thing every single week. So I am not on Colourpop's PR list, so unfortunately I have to wait until my palette comes in the mail to be able to do anything with it. And since Colourpop launches so much so fast, I've become really picky with what I choose to buy from the brand. And when I saw this, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. There you have it. I've collected all the other palettes that Colourpop has launched as part of their Star Wars collections. The only thing that I got in this collection was the palette. There were some lipsticks, there were some glosses, I think jelly matte shadows, like a whole collection of things. There was nothing else in the collection that just really grabbed my attention but this palette, so this was the only thing that I got. I'm really loving the packaging. This one is a 15-pan palette, and I think they did a really good job with putting this particular palette together. I will drop in some close-ups so you guys can kind of see what we are working with. The outer packaging with the kind of intergalactic lettering, and then you have these stars on the front. I think that's really cute. This one does not have a mirror. On the inside cover, you have this really cool vintage photo from Star Wars. So you have Luke, Leia, Hans, you have Chewie, C-3PO, R2-D2, Darth Vader, just all of the main awesome characters that us Star Wars fans have grown to love over the years. And then, like I mentioned, this is a 15-pan color story. So we have 5 mattes and then one of those sequin mattes, the ones that have kind of like the glitter in them. Not my favorite formula, but we do have one of those in here as well. There are 8 shimmers, and it's a mixture of just metallics and super shocks, I believe. The textures are really pretty. When I swatch these, every single one of the shimmers, every single one of those super shocks is creamy and buttery in the swatch, very shiny, very wet looking. So I was very excited to dive into these shades and put together a look, which is the one that I am wearing today. So let's go on ahead, jump in to putting together this look, and then we will talk more about the palette at the end. I've already primed my eyelids. I'm just using my eyeshadow primer from Colourpop. This is the Party Proof eyeshadow primer in Caramel. I thought we'd go ahead and do blush and highlighter on camera real quick. The blush that I'm going to be using is this one I actually just ordered. I ordered this with the eyeshadow palette. This is Forever Yours. It was part of this year's Valentine's Day collection that Colourpop launched back in February. It's pretty corally peachy tone. I bought 2 out of the 6 shades, and I wanted to get to a specific threshold so I get free shipping and afterpay and all that, so I just went ahead and threw a blush in here. So this is the one that we're going to be throwing on. I have an idea for a look already, and so I believe this blush should look good with that look. It's just one of the matte blushes. That is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to highlight today using one of the Kimchi Chic highlighters, the Thailor highlighters. This is the Hollywood Glow, and I think I want to take this shade right here, which is kind of a purpley shade, more of a spacey, kind of a galactic look to go with this palette. So pretty. This is one of the few times that I get to pull out a really pretty, like, colored highlighter like this. It's just so gorgeous. Today's look is going to be fairly simple. I'm just going to use one matte, and that's the shade right here called Republic, which is this kind of a pretty purple mauve. And then I'm going to take Outer Rim, the shimmer in the corner, and then we're going to also take Space Pirate, which is this other kind of super shock shimmer in the corner here, and that's pretty much going to be my look. We are going to Walmart after I finish filming this, so I'm not going to do anything like too crazy, too dramatic today, but I will be doing 2 more looks with this palette, and I'm also going to do something for like my Instagram reels for TikTok, so just kind of be on the lookout for that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this shade, I'm going to focus this on the outer corner, and then we're just going to start slowly blending this into the crease. This is pretty much going to be my matte. Rarely, if ever, do I do just one matte and that's it, but like I said, I just kind of wanted to go a little more simple today. Nothing too dramatic. Kind of save those looks for in the future when I don't have to go grocery shopping at Walmart afterwards. But that shade is blending beautifully. Just diffusing the ends. I'm kind of doing a little wing on the outside. This brush is from Beauty Bay, and it was part of a set that I picked up. I think it was when I got the Wilderness palette. This brush does such a good job of just giving me that really pretty outer wing on the outside. Just going to slowly take it in towards the inner part as well, leaving the most saturated color on the outside and just softly blending it towards the middle. Something like that. Oh, this is pretty. Do the same thing on this eye. I'm going to take a fluffier brush from Beauty Bay and just work on this blend. Just want to diffuse these edges just a little bit more. Now I'm going in with this really soft angled brush from AOA Shot Missy, taking the exact same shade. I'm just going to bring that down to the lower lash line. Just kind of focusing it on this outer part here, and blending that into the shadow on the upper lid. I'm going to try to keep this fairly winged out. And then we're going to go back in with that same fluffy brush. I have not added any extra product to this brush, and I just want to diffuse. I want that wing, but I don't want it to be super, super harsh, basically. So now we're going to go into outer rim, and that's basically going to be the lid shade. And then for the inner part, kind of maybe going into the inner corner, we're going to take Space Pirate. And that's going to be the end of this look. There's just so many different textures in this palette that I want to play with. But unfortunately, I only have one face. So I'm going to have to like do multiple looks. But I am definitely going to be playing with this palette some more. The textures in here are just so pretty. Ooh, that is shiny. Love all those little sparkly bits of micro glitter, which is something that I'm not usually a fan of, but when it comes to a Star Wars galactic themed palette, it definitely fits. It is absolutely beautiful. Got a little bit of Space Pirate on this flat brush. And I just want to go into the inner part of the eye. Wow. On the eyelid, it's definitely looking much deeper than it looks in the pan. In the pan, it's much brighter and kind of an icier shade. I think instead I'm going to take Rebel Princess, which is the shade here. Maybe kind of mix a little bit of the two of them. I like the tone in here, but I do want to lighten it just a bit. So I'm going to kind of mix the two shades and see what we end up with. Alright, so that's definitely more along the lines of what I was going for. Just kind of mix the two shades. And I'm just going to leave this as my inner corner highlight as well. I don't think I need to add anything extra to that area. I'm going to take my smallest Blend Bunny brush, go back into Rebel Princess, which is the lighter shade up here. And I think I'm going to lay that along the inner part of the lower lash line as well. Kind of connect it to the inner corner and just add a little bit more brightness in that area. Let me finish off my look, come back, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what I thought about the palette. The eye look is complete. For my liner, I used the Epic Ink liner from NYX. This has become one of my favorites. I went on ahead and decided to tight line, so pulled up this black cream gel liner from Mally, and that's what I used to just kind of tight line the upper lid. For my waterline, I wanted something a little brighter, a little shinier, a little more metallic, so I'm using Lost Girl from Colourpop. This is part of the Tinkerbell collection. It's kind of like coppery gold. And then my lip combo is the lip pencil from Persona in 90210, and then a TMI Lippi from Joah in What Would You Do? So let's talk a little bit more about this palette. Like I said, I mainly got it just to add to my collection. I'm a completionist, and so anytime that they launch anything from Star Wars, I'm definitely going to want to grab it. And I thought they did a really good job on this palette. I love that kind of intergalactic shift on the raised lettering, the kind of vintage picture on the inside. This is absolutely beautiful, and the color story was so nice too. I thought they did a really good job pulling the shades from this picture. The textures from this picture are very well translated into this color story, into the textures. Overall, I thought this palette was really, really beautiful. I enjoyed working with it, and I'm definitely looking forward to putting together more looks using this color story. So that is the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help with my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to tap the notification bell so you get notified of any videos coming up in the future. And you can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.